you know, physically exhausted, and I was very concerned. I mean, as his friend, you know, it was hard for me to see him put himself under so much pressure. But I understand as an artist that that's what we do. You know, we put ourselves to the task to push ourselves and to do great things. Okay, so Chad, you're amazing. I love every single thing about what you've done, honestly. The only thing that I'm kind of like weird about, and it's not, I mean, the thing is there wasn't really a lot of discussion between, the sign kind of bums me out a little bit, but for me, a gallery should like be able to walk by and really see the art on the walls, and having the logo right there kind of defeats that purpose. And then it's sort of like, it doesn't attract me to it the way that a sign should, like if you're driving. And then also, it's coming apart already.
Yeah, this is...
Like, Chad's been incredible to work with, and he's been amazing with designing everything, but for the first time I was kind of like, the sign really wasn't what I wanted it to be. I mean, it was like, I really left it open to him with pretty much everything he's done, and that's the only thing that I wasn't happy with, but it isn't necessarily all his fault. It was the installation and the way it was done. It's already falling apart. It's been a week, and the sign just looks terrible. I'm sorry, but a week? Like $650 when it doesn't last a week?
He did a crappy
ridiculous.
job.
It's ridiculous.
It's supposed to be wrapped like this, not all like that.
Yeah, it's...
And this is supposed to be signed too, and he couldn't do it.
It's just gotta go.
And I didn't realize it was going to be overlapped. I thought it was going to be butt joint, so this is kind of messed up.
It just doesn't, it just doesn't work.
I do feel like I CC'd Lenora on every part of what that look was going to be, and she knew exactly what that sign was going to look like in front, the pictures. And then when it came up, she's like, "Why is this covering the window?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what we picked. That's what we were supposed to do. So I don't want to have to pay for new things if she doesn't like it."
My perfect sign would be something hot pink and neon. That would just be really beautiful, and pretty much the logo. And it'll hopefully attract from the street, which is what I want.
You know, in the long run, the sign is going to be something up there.
I think by the next show, it's going to have to be...
I guess that's...
I mean, even in a perfect world, I'd like to have it the other way by the closing party on March 5th.
It won't take them any time to make. They could do that sign in 24 hours.
Right, okay.
It's just a matter of paying for it.
I can't pay to replace the sign again, so she seems to think that we can get it in before March 12th. There's no way I'm going to buy a new sign before March 12th. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Because I broke my ankle. I'm dancing with Rudolph Nureyev. Oh, wait a minute, he's dead. I fell off the step. Oh, this looks so pretty. I hope everybody sees me in my curlers. Ooh, food.
Are you setting the shoot with Austin today?
I am. I always am. He makes you look so good. I mean, look how I look normally.
Cassandra Peterson, Elvira. For those not familiar to Elvira, she's best known as being a horror movie hostess, but she had her own film. She was in nationwide ads for Coors Beer, which the cardboard cutouts were in 7-Elevens across the country. She's been called the Santa Claus of Halloween.
Oh, that's a girl.
I'm attracted to this. Let's try it.
When I was working at Frontiers as a journalist, I sort of used it as a platform to meet everyone I wanted to meet. And I got to interview her, and it was just like, you know, instant gab fest, because we're totally from the same planet. You know, I was so influenced by her as a kid, and so much of my, you know, it's her, it's Pee Wee Herman, it's like a huge part of me.
You look hot. I get to take photos of Cassandra Peterson. I'm so excited. I think I love the flirtatious look. It's hot.
Having her come to Your Face Here was great too, because it really means a lot to me. I mean, it's like having my childhood dreams supporting me and being there.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love it.
It just feels really great whenever I see. And plus, she's like a lovely, awesome woman.
Do they look like my lips are normally where they're supposed to be?
They're right in the center.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Lenora was saying the other day that you once gave her the advice, stick with your look.
Did I say that? What?
That's what she said you told her.
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, Lenora has a great look.
She does.
I mean, don't stick with your look if it's an ugly old skank.
Okay.
No. If you have a really great look, you just stick with it.
You guys remind me of each other.
Look at giant boobies.
Giant
Except hers are
boobs.
about 4 times bigger than mine.
They are.
God, I know. I could fit all of mine plus my ass in one of her boobs.
So good.
It's always fun shooting with him. He's always so happy when you're taking pictures. He's like, oh, that's so great. Thinks everything you do is great. So it's nice to be around somebody who thinks everything you do is great.
An arm out, maybe. Show your shape a little bit. Sexy. You look fine.
I really look forward to seeing the final pictures because he's done some other stuff for me as Elvira that I had no idea what it was going to come out like, and then I got to see it and it was like, oh my God, it was really amazing. Great, what can I say?
Okay, you guys, everyone's gonna fake laugh now. Ready? More! Sexy. You look fine. Okay, let's do an outfit change.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Get rid of this damn
Oh,
Awesome with shooting. So the majority of the time I work from home. As far as sponsors, I sort of called all my friends and was just like, please, I just want to make this as fabulous as can be.
Hey Deborah, it's Lenora from Pop Tart calling. How are you? I'm good, thank you.
You know, it's awkward calling, asking people for money or product. You know, it's always sort of a weird thing to do. But I'm lucky in that I have, you know, press and can validate it by saying people will be there. And so I have a easier time now than when I was first starting off. But it's never like a fun phone call to make.
Oh hey, it's Lenora from Pop Tart calling. Hey, how's it going? It's Lenora from Pop Tart calling. Oh hi. Yeah, it's Lenora calling from Pop Tart. Do you have a minute? Can we talk?
Call and ask people for money or goods or time or anything, you know. But someone has to do it, and that's part of what I do.
Awesome. Oh, you took it out. That's rad. Thank you.
My goal is to make kind of an iconic image of each person. This is Cassandra Peterson. She turned out really good. I've shot her as Elvira, so I wanted to get a really iconic, just Cassandra Peterson image. And she reminds me of Tina Louise, and I think that this is a good sort of Tina Louise, Cassandra Peterson shot. Some people it's taken me a few to get them right. This is Lenora's mom. It's really intense because it's hard to choose images really fast. I don't have like time to make much error. Get it right the first time because it's going to be a lot of ink and paper. I'm just working on this one of Raja now. Again, I was inspired by Grace Jones on this image. I wanted to give something with that energy. It turns out that it was a lot of work to do in 5 weeks. I don't know, it's about 10 p.m. on a Monday night, so I think I have a few hours to go tonight. And then there's literally like so much work to do that I'm going to be up probably working like from 9 till 2 in the morning until I'm done here. My days are so long I don't even know, like if like something happened yesterday, it feels like it was 2 days ago. Like I can't even believe I shot all day yesterday and it seemed like it was 2 or 3 days ago. Wow. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm really excited about it. Yay! This is cool. Yeah, 99 more to go. Woo!
that NBC is coming to talk to me. It's a segment called Locals. So it's just great to have them here so they can see, you know, what we're up to and catch some of the glamour and excitement. But yeah, it's pretty great that NBC contacted me. So I wasn't even, for me, once I'm not chasing them down. So. And we have Raja over there. And Angus Oblong is here, who did the Oblong. It's a magnet for weirdos, so anyone can show up. Someone in his basement, who the hell knows? I don't know. So I was contacted by NBC who wanted to do a story on me. It was a segment that they do about people on the morning show on NBC News. So they ended up coming down to the gallery and shooting it, and they kind of worked it a little bit about me, but a lot about the show and what we were doing.
So tell us who you are and what you do.
Sure, my name is Lenora Claire, and I do a lot of things, but I'm perhaps best known as being an art curator. I'm really excited to be working with a great partner named Lisa Navidad, and together we've opened a gallery called Pop Tart.
They call you unique what?
There's not a lot of art curators who are also personalities within themselves, so it's sort of like a unique take on things. They tend to be a bit more behind the scenes and I'm anything but.
Lenora is the face, she's the style, she's the PR of the gallery, and I'm taking the foundation, I'm taking the logistical end of it.
I've got a big mouth. I can do this. I can help artists. I can get them together and create this sort of scene and get people to come and support and buy their art. And
sometimes I feel a little bit like it's a double standard and I'm not getting enough face time with press and stuff like that, but I don't mind because I'd rather the gallery live on past 1 or 2 shows. It needs to go on past 1 or 2 years. And if that means not being on those morning shows, and that's what that means. I don't mind taking a step back.
Featured on MTV, I work with Kinetic Art.
I'm letting her be the one that's the coolest in LA that's interviewed. In fact, I'm the owner, and I'm the one that had the idea from the very beginning. I'm happy that she's able to do lots of press and get named as, you know, the curator, national newsmaking curator for Pop Tart. It's fine. Totally fine.
I'm someone, I didn't go to art school. I don't come from, you know, an academic background. I'm just someone who's always had this sort of like punk rock edge, like let's just get together and do it. And so it's very important to me with this gallery that we always include the public and everyone's welcome.
If this gallery doesn't work after this show, I'm fucked. I'm the one that's going to file bankruptcy if it doesn't work out.
It's more than down to the wire. And there's something on the wall.